Welcome to Architecture Bliss channel. Have you ever noticed how the coziest places in a home aren't always the biggest? Sometimes it's that small corner by the window where sunlight filters through sheer curtains, or that little alcove under the stairs where a chair and a blanket can turn into a retreat. In rustic homes, these spaces carry even more meaning. Rustic design is rooted in warmth, texture, and authenticity. It's about creating spaces that feel lived in, grounded, and connected to nature. And when you take that philosophy and apply it to the overlooked corners of a house, something magical happens. You create nooks, tiny, intimate sanctuaries that hold more comfort and soul than entire rooms. These are the places where rustic charm becomes personal, where you can curl up with a book, sip a cup of tea, or simply sit and let your thoughts drift as the day moves around you. Today, we're diving into the world of cozy nooks in rustic homes. These are the spaces that transform ordinary corners into extraordinary havens. They are not about square footage or grand designs. They're about intimacy, character, and atmosphere. Over the next chapters, we'll explore how you can design these special places in your own home, with practical ideas, inspiring examples, and creative tips that bring rustic charm into every corner. Whether you're an interior designer searching for inspiration or a homeowner who wants to add more warmth to your living space, this journey will show you just how much beauty and comfort can be found in the smallest details. Before we move further, let us remind you, if this kind of inspiration excites you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more design journeys, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice helps shape these conversations, and together, we can continue exploring how design can transform not just houses, but the way we live in them. When we think about rustic design, our minds often drift toward wide plank wood floors, heavy beams, stone fireplaces, and reclaimed furniture. But the soul of rustic interiors lies just as much in the small spaces as it does in the grand ones. Cozy nooks are where rustic style becomes personal, where the textures, colors, and materials come together to create comfort that feels deeply human. Imagine walking into a farmhouse and finding a window seat lined with linen cushions. Its frame made from reclaimed barn wood, overlooking a field of wildflowers. That is the essence of rustic charm distilled into a single spot. One of the easiest ways to create a cozy nook in a rustic home is by using window seats. Windows already invite natural light, and in rustic interiors, light becomes a design material of its own. The way sunlight hits wood grain, the way shadows dance across textured plaster walls. These details bring the nook alive. By building a bench under a window and layering it with cushions in earthy fabrics like wool, cotton, or linen, you create a retreat that feels both timeless and inviting. Add a chunky knit throw, and suddenly you've built a personal sanctuary that is simple yet profound. Rustic homes thrive on authenticity, and nothing feels more authentic than basking in the natural rhythms of daylight from a cozy corner. Reading nooks are another essential element of rustic homes. The idea of curling up with a book in a space defined by warm textures and natural materials feels like a story in itself. A rustic reading nook can be as simple as a leather armchair set against a stone wall, or as elaborate as a built-in alcove lined with wooden shelves and softened with plaid cushions. The goal is to design a space that feels separate, even within an open-plan home. Rustic style thrives on intimacy, and a reading nook provides exactly that: an intimate space where the mind can wander and the body can relax. Adding layered lighting, such as a wrought iron sconce or a lamp with a burlap shade, brings warmth and function while enhancing the rustic charm. If you're looking to design a rustic nook with a sense of heritage, consider using reclaimed or vintage furniture. A weathered rocking chair, a handmade bench with visible tool marks, or even an old trunk repurposed as a seat can anchor a cozy corner with authenticity. Rustic interiors often celebrate imperfection. The nicks, scratches, and worn edges tell a story of time. In a nook, these elements feel particularly powerful, as they add to the sense of comfort and history. Surrounding the space with books, candles, or heirloom textiles creates layers of character that feel deeply personal and grounded. Fireplaces naturally invite the creation of cozy nooks. In rustic homes, a fireplace isn't just a functional feature, it's a symbol of gathering, warmth, and life. Placing a chair or small love seat close to the hearth instantly creates an intimate nook that draws people in. The key is layering textures to amplify the rustic aesthetic. Stone or brick as the backdrop, wood furniture with rich patina, cushions in earthy hues, and perhaps a cowhide rug beneath your feet. This is where rustic design excels, by merging natural elements into spaces that radiate warmth and security. A fireplace nook becomes not just a corner of the room, but the emotional heart of the home. Rustic design also embraces architectural quirks, and these can be transformed into some of the most charming nooks. Sloped ceilings, attic corners, or the spaces under staircases often feel like wasted square footage, but with rustic styling, they become treasures. Imagine an alcove beneath a staircase turned into a quiet retreat with a wooden bench, woven baskets, and soft lighting, or an attic corner converted into a dreamy nook with exposed beams, a low sofa layered in wool blankets, and shelves filled with favorite mementos. These spaces feel almost secretive, like hidden pockets of comfort waiting to be discovered. Rustic charm thrives in these imperfections, celebrating the character of a home by embracing its unique geometry. Don't overlook the role of textiles in crafting cozy rustic nooks. Fabrics carry much of the warmth in rustic interiors, from wool and flannel to linen and burlap. In a nook, these materials add layers of softness and comfort. A plaid blanket draped over a chair, a sheepskin rug underfoot, or linen cushions piled high on a bench all help create an atmosphere that is both tactile and visually appealing. Rustic style is deeply sensory. It's not just about how things look, but how they feel and how they age. Choosing natural textiles that develop character over time ensures that your nook will not only look inviting, but will also feel increasingly familiar and comforting as the years go by. Lighting is another key element that defines the success of a cozy nook, especially in rustic home design where ambience is everything. In rustic interiors, lighting should feel warm, organic, and seamlessly connected to natural materials like wood, stone, and wrought iron. Instead of relying on harsh overhead lighting that can make a space feel cold, focus on softer, localized options that invite intimacy and highlight rustic textures. A lantern-inspired lamp with a wrought iron base, a pendant light with a distressed farmhouse finish, or even candles arranged in hurricane glass holders can instantly elevate the atmosphere. Rustic lighting design isn't just about function. It's about creating layers of glow that draw the eye and soul into the space. When light interacts with reclaimed wood beams, textured plaster, or exposed brick, it creates depth and dimension that make the Nook feel magnetic and irresistible, turning even the smallest corner into a welcoming retreat. For homeowners who enjoy blending rustic with modern design, cozy nooks offer an opportunity to experiment. Rustic modern nooks can balance the warmth of wood with the clean lines of contemporary furniture. Picture a built-in bench with a sleek cushion covered in linen, framed by rough-hewn wooden beams. Or a nook where a modern leather chair is paired with a rustic side table made from reclaimed wood. This contrast enhances the individuality of the space, proving that rustic charm can coexist beautifully with modern sensibilities. The key is balance. Enough rustic detail to provide warmth, enough modern restraint to keep the nook feeling fresh. Rustic nooks also thrive outdoors. Covered porches, patios, or even balconies can become cozy rustic corners with the right design. Think of a small outdoor bench draped with blankets, lanterns hanging from wooden beams, and potted plants spilling greenery around the edges. Outdoor rustic nooks bring the same warmth as indoor ones, with the added benefit of connecting directly to nature. They're perfect for morning coffee, evening conversations, or simply pausing to watch the world slow down. By extending rustic charm to outdoor corners, you create continuity between the inside of your home and the natural world beyond its walls. Another innovative idea for rustic nooks is integrating built-in storage, a design choice that perfectly balances practicality and rustic charm. Rustic interiors celebrate both function and beauty, and a cozy nook can become much more than just a seating spot when designed thoughtfully. Picture a farmhouse-style window bench with hidden compartments beneath the seat, ideal for storing blankets, books, or board games, blending rustic comfort with smart solutions. A staircase nook lined with wooden shelves can showcase woven baskets, vintage pottery, or cherished family treasures, turning unused space into a rustic design feature. These multifunctional ideas make the nook not only warm and inviting, but also highly functional, reflecting the rustic home philosophy of weaving everyday living with timeless design. Personalization is the final touch that turns a rustic nook from stylish to soulful. A nook is an intimate space, and it should reflect the personality of those who use it. Family photos in distressed wooden frames, handmade pottery, or even a favorite piece of art leaning casually against the wall can all add authenticity. Rustic design thrives on individuality, and the best nooks are those that feel unmistakably yours. When a guest sits down in your nook, they should feel like they've stepped into a story, your story, told through textures, objects, and atmosphere. Cozy nooks remind us that design isn't always about size or scale. It's about intimacy and feeling. In rustic homes, these spaces hold the power to transform ordinary corners into extraordinary sanctuaries. Whether it's a window seat bathed in morning light, a reading alcove tucked under a beam, or a fireside nook glowing with warmth, each one becomes a story in itself. They capture the rustic spirit of comfort, authenticity, and timelessness, and they invite us to slow down, to rest, and to reconnect with the beauty of simplicity. If today's journey inspired you, we'd love to hear from you. Which Nook idea resonated with you the most? Was it the rustic reading corners, the intimate window seats, or perhaps the cozy fireplace retreats? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing how these ideas connect with your own homes and dreams. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more inspirations in rustic and timeless design, and share this with someone who loves cozy corners as much as you do. Together, we can continue finding beauty in every corner, celebrating spaces that may be small in size but are endlessly rich in soul.